Now, if you can't tell, it's very hot outside right now, but I figured there's only one way to truly enjoy Epcot today, right? It's the opening day of Test Track 3.0, so I figured why not
get a little
dumbed up for the occasion and ride the only ride I've been thinking about riding all day, Dan. The only ride I can think about riding
all week, all month.
All my whole life.
Your whole life.
You've
been waiting for Test Track 3.0.
And now we get to go ride the best attraction at Epcot. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right.
The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet.
Oh, also, Test Track 3 is open
like
today.
Papaya, bananas,
yeah, we should probably
cacao,
get out of the boat and go there.
Are well known.
So, first hot takes.
I had a visceral reaction during you emerge from the neighborhood and go out into the forest and they're playing the music. I'm like, this is like Epcot, man. I feel like I'm at Epcot right now.
It was so cool. It was so magical.
This is great. Everything about this says exactly what I am and who I am as a person. It's my defining trait.
Test Track 3 is such a good ride that upon riding it and experiencing the thing for myself, I realized that I was completely wrong about Test Track 2.0. It wasn't fine. It was meh. It was like a 4 out of 10. Meanwhile, Test Track 3.0 is operating at a completely different level. Okay, let's start from the beginning. All right, I don't want the camera to fall over this time. I'm leaning it against some towels on the second queen-size bed here in my room at Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort that I paid for with my money to stay at. Because Test Track 3.0 opens tomorrow. I'm in my jams. It's late. I did a full day at the Magic Kingdom after waking up at 4 a.m. Colorado time. That's 3 a.m. California time and 6 a.m. Disney World time, just to film some Rivers of America stuff, but we'll talk about that in a future video. We want to talk about Test Track 3 right now. Some pre-opening day predictions. It is opening in less than 12 hours, and I'm very, very excited. What do I want from Test Track 3.0? I think there's three main things that I want from Test Track 3.0 when I ride it tomorrow. Standby, by the way. They're not using virtual queue for this ride, which is interesting. If you'd have told me, 6 months ago that they would be using virtual queue for the Main Street animatronic show and they wouldn't be using virtual queue for Test Track when it reopened, I wouldn't have believed you, but here we are. I want it to be quintessentially Epcot. I want it to feel like they plucked it out of 1982, not necessarily effects-wise, but vibe-wise. I want it to feel like Spaceship Earth, or like Living with the Land, or the American Adventure back there in the World Showcase. I want it to feel like it belongs at Epcot Center. 2, I want to be wowed by a couple of effects. I want to see an effect that makes me go, how did they do that? Because I haven't seen anything for this ride so far. I haven't seen a single thing, a single spoiler, aside from that one wall that sort of turns into pixel data. I scrolled past it really quickly on TikTok, so I didn't get to see most of it, which is good because I want to go in spoiler free. And 3, I want to like it. I want to like it because I liked Test Track 2.0. I liked Test Track 1.0. I want, let me rephrase that, to love Test Track 3.0. I liked the other two. If I love this ride and it's quintessentially Epcot, I think we got one for the history books. If you can't tell, I'm exhausted, so I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to wake up in 7 or so hours and get into Epcot for some early entry, maybe meet some of you, and hopefully, just hopefully, survive the crash test, because I'm a dummy. I'm going to go to sleep now. And then one very short sleep later, it was time. What a beautiful and gorgeous morning. Also a beautiful and gorgeous parking lot. It's bright and early. I am bright and early at Epcot. Take a look at all these people testing their cars. I think this is the efficiency test? No, capability. This is the capability test right here. Wow. Seems like everyone's passed with flying colors. Can you guess what we're here for? Yeah, it's that. A few, maybe 10 minutes before early entry officially began, they dropped the ropes and let everybody go to the attraction of their choice. And everyone knew what I was there for. So it looks like a ton of people are going to Guardians. And no one's going to Test Track.
What an opening day.
There's no one going to Test Track 3 except for us. Everyone is going straight back to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Without exaggeration, it is a like 1 in 10. Like 10% of the crowd is going to the brand new ride.
Opening
day ride, because we got to go see Chris Pratt say veggie, fruit.
The veggie, fruit.
Yeah, the veggie, fruit.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, see, now we have the boardwalk guests and the yacht and beach guests here mixing in.
I had to do the 5K to get here.
The 5K. They gotta walk. We're gonna make you guys actually gonna go towards America now.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you go towards America, China, Norway.
You can do a full loop if you want to make it to Test Track.
I appreciate you said the full name.
Keep to the left-hand side as you head forward down this pathway.
Sounds like a new loop.
Yeah.
Even just judging by the new music loop, I can tell that the vibe for Test Track 3 was different. I'm gonna start calling it Test Track now because that's the name of the ride. I'll say Test Track 1 and 2, but Test Track 3 is now just Test Track. I felt like it was certainly more chill. It was more relaxing. The music loop had more orchestral instruments rather than just the techno or the guitar or the crashing cars. It was more relaxed.
I think so.
Wow. Look at us. We're about to test the track on opening day. That looks exactly the same. The entrance signage. We're almost in. We're about to go through the final switchback you can see behind me. We're about to go through the door into the pre-show, dare I say, for Test Track 3.
Pre-show.
Yeah.
Pre-queue.
They push you into the big room. And they say move your bodies to the dead center of the room, and then the track starts stretching.
And there's no car windows and no car doors.
No car windows. You can't roll down your doors. There's always my way.
Or the highway.
Here we and go. Wow. They definitely opened it up a little bit in here. Do you feel like you just walked into a dealership, Dan?
I feel very much like I just walked into a car dealership. Do you remember how it used to be so tactile with like things like banging and swinging and clunking?
Jump scaring children as they walk past.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they did open it up though. That's nice. I like that.
Oh, you can see the logo?
Yeah.
Some car history. Maybe I feel like I've just entered a museum more than a car dealership.
I think this blue car is from Test Track 2 over here on the left. I think that's one of the model cars. Innovation in motion. We're all going to be driving those things around in 2060. It definitely feels like a pavilion. It's the transportation pavilion. Did you see the sign?
Did it say that up there?
Yeah, it's the transportation pavilion.
think it's that.
Celebrating the history of humans driving cars.
This is a Test Track one?
I can't say for sure, but I do remember something like this from Test Track 2.
Do not tell me how long you think my arms are.
It's Pev. That's Pev the car from 2014. That's a 2014 car if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Back when we were still dreaming.
Yeah, back when we could still use our imagination. You can see there, it's so reflective you can't really see it, but it opens up to the actual ride. That's the seatbelt check right there. It's so reflective. You can see the lights in there though, but there's cars in there, I promise. That's him. That's him right there. There we go. Now you can see him there. Now, I'll have more to say on the queue when we get through the queue section of this video, but you can tell that there's not much going on here as part of my first impressions. I do really love that window into the seatbelt check. It gives the queue a bit of kinetic energy. People are waving down at you as they ride past. That's a lot of fun, but there's not much else. We've made it to room 2.
This used to be where you did
The design studio.
design your car.
Yeah.
Gone, obliterated. And rightfully so. We didn't.
I'm glad it's gone. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, I didn't need a cheap iPad minigame in the middle of my test track queue.
By the way, this will increase your wait time exponentially over the course of the day.
Right.
Now, this is so much better.
Yeah, then
Even
right
if it is
there,
just a bunch of switchbacks, it's still so much better.
you make your way up and then you're right on the right, right?
I think so. A more sustainable future. We were talking about microplastics before we got on, right? And it's very important.
They have a special display full of microplastics.
Just for us. Take a deep breath in through the nose, Dan.
Leave no trace except in your blood.
See, they're planting alien flowers from Pandora to break up all of this trash, though. So this is the ride vehicle here. They'll get just like bungee cords, belts, whatever they have,
However to tie you down.
and they'll tie you down to this, and then they just sort of push you off, send you out into the ride.
It is kind of wild how big the battery is in electric vehicles.
That's the battery?
That's the battery.
Wow. So far, I can't say much about the queue. I mean, it's more test track. There's nothing jumping out at me that's super World of Motion right now. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not seeing any World of Motion stuff. It's mostly just more test track 2. Dan's filming me right now.
There's nothing jumping out at anybody.
Nothing.
Here. This isn't the Haunted Mansion.
There's not as many ghosts on screens in graveyards as I wanted.
There's a specific lack of tombstones with ghouls popping out.
There's no mummies. There's no Hatbox ghosts in inappropriately placed story-wise positions.
And if there was going to be a ghost to put on test track, hitchhiking ghosts, no doubt.
We've made it through the former design. Quick, everyone! We made it through the design lab. That is the former design lab, as you know. Cool little World of Motion ride vehicle there. Into the loading station, which looks very similar, very close to what it was before.
Seatbelt check is around the corner. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened and your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. And please, supervise children. Thank you.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados con el cinturón de seguridad bien abrochado y mantengan sus manos, brazos,
So,
pies y
the
piernas
queue
dentro
for
del
Test
vehículo.
Track. What do I think? I think the queue for the new version of Test Track really does a disservice to the ride that precedes it. This video has been 12 minutes of sort of build up and queue, and I maybe make a mistake in doing that because the queue is not especially entertaining. It feels like, as I mentioned in that clip, that I'm walking into a car dealership. I feel like I'm walking into a visitor center at a GM facility. It doesn't really give a very Disney vibe. It gives a corporate vibe, and it is a sponsored attraction. You do have to market your technology or, your products as you're going through the queue, and even the ride itself on the post show, I get that, but there needs to be a little bit more happening. It feels like I've sort of walked into a visitor center at a GM facility where you can take your family and get a t-shirt, that sort of thing. It doesn't feel like I walked into a Disney ride, but luckily, that's where my complaints for new Test Track sort of stop. Because once you board your newly repainted cars, even before the seatbelt check, that new music kicks on and the narrator comes in and it puts you into a sense of ease. It sort of calms you down in a weird way before you get onto the actual attraction. The queue, though, it's not quite it. But the ride, my friends, let's get to that because it is it.
Riders, I'll be your guide on today's journey.
And I'm your automated vehicle. Welcome to the test track.
We've always been dreaming about the road to tomorrow.
And now we set a course for the future.
Before we can visualize tomorrow, we have to start by looking at the world of today a little differently.
That's where I can help. Let me show you how I see the world.
sensors, vehicles are constantly scanning the road ahead, helping to prepare us for any surprises.
Hang on!
Woo, nicely done.
Surprises, huh? I was built for this.
Tomorrow's roads will be built with technology too, like inductive charging to help keep you powered up.
Smart road activated. Power transfer complete.
Smart roads are just the beginning. Imagine being able to customize your vehicle at home.
Can I show them?
Go for it. First, select a new vehicle body.
What about this one?
Good choice. Now let's see how it looks.
Ooh, let's try another. That looks good with the third row.
And here's one I think you'll really love.
Oh, I can get used to this.
Now how about we kick back and enjoy the ride?
Sure, it's always fun to be free.
Hey! I know that song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out!
I told you, I got this.
Right. Our road might have had some twists and turns, but the future is always just around the corner.
And together, we keep moving forward, finding new ways to drive to a brighter tomorrow.
Ready to see what else lies beyond the horizon?
Let's go!
What? That's cool. That is cool. Yeah! Burning that rubber.
Our test drive might be complete, but just ahead is the vehicle showcase, where you can explore the latest innovations from General Motors.
You gotta plug the
Not to shift gears, but please remember to watch your step and take all of your personal belongings with you as you hit the road. You see what I did there?
I think you should just leave the jokes to me.
Maybe you're right. Thanks for joining us. See you in the future.
Now, what follows are my immediate candid afterthoughts on the attraction, because I did have a lot of them. What you're hearing now is me after the fact discussing how I felt, but this is right after I got off the attraction, after my very first ride through. What did I think?
So, first hot takes.
I had a visceral reaction during you emerge from the neighborhood and go out into the forest and they're playing the music. I'm like, this is like Epcot, man. I feel like I'm at Epcot right now.
It was so cool. It was so magical.
Dan is out here tormenting cast members.
Tormenting? I was asking the man if I could buy the car, and he's like, maybe. He said maybe.
Love that. That might be my second new favorite Epcot ride.
It was really cool.
Right behind,
Wait, what's your first?
Frozen Ever After.
Frozen Ever After,
Yeah,
of course,
it's gotta
yeah,
be
what was
Frozen
it?
Ever After. There is a part there where you really feel like you're truly living with the track. Like you're truly living with the
Oh my
land.
gosh.
But you're in test
the
track.
nature of it all?
I love how they brought that little sort of test drive scene there at the end where you're driving through the forest.
It was
and you're,
so quaint.
I think
and
I might go
beautiful.
hop in the single rider queue.
Yeah, I think we might too. The only thing actually I was missing was stinks. Like where was the fake stink?
There was no coffee. There's no like burnt coffee smell being pumped through.
No burning Rome.
There was no rum. There was no bananas. No Rome burning.
No safari elephant grass.
Right. Okay, pause. There was. There wasn't when we wrote it. The first thing in the morning, the smells were off. But there are smells in the attraction, or a smell. during the forest scene. You can smell pine. I just wanted to set the record straight. Everyone I spoke to who wrote it at the very beginning of the day also noted the lack of pine smell, but they added it in later on throughout the day, and I went on the ride 4 times on opening day, and 2 of the 4 times it did have the pine smell. The later on in the day, it seems they fixed it. They do pump in pine. All right, okay, now we can resume.
That's all I want. I wanted some safari elephant grass.
Some sort of like microplastic smell pumped in.
And all these cars behind us.
I'm gonna go ride that again. I don't know what Dan's doing, but I'm gonna go ride that again because I need to.
You don't know what I'm doing.
I need to re-experience that. That was beautiful. It's got really quiet. The music is off.
Let's go see.
The music is turned off.
Let's go see how bad the line's gotten.
Everyone, this is amazing. Amazing ride. I'm gonna put my hair up because it's destroyed. I don't know if it's too soon to say that it's a triumph of Imagineering, but I'm really sort of leaning toward Test Track 3 being a triumph of Imagineering. We're back in single rider this time. Wow. You know what? I don't know, Dan.
We both had to break up with our loved ones to get in the single rider line.
They told us when we walked in that we'd be separated, and Dan got so excited.
It's like, finally, this guy smells terrible.
I love that. I love that. And then, well, and then I rode Test Track again. And now here's the thing with Test Track 3. The ride itself is very corporate because obviously it has to be. It's a corporate sponsorship. You have to plug some of the technology and some of the products that that corporation has or sells in order to fund the ride. It's not super in your face in the actual attraction, not like connecting to OnStar. That was not a problem. The ride itself is very devoid from product placement. You do hear GM mentioned a couple of times at the end, but riding through the person's house, riding through the test house, really feels sort of living with the landy. Think the farm scene with the animals and the rooster. You are going through and past someone's house into their barn. That is what this evokes in my mind. And the amount of Easter eggs and references you can find in the house, don't even get me started. There's going to be a separate video on that probably next week, maybe the week after, about all of the Easter eggs to World of Motion and former Test Track and other Epcot pavilions, by the way, that you can find in Test Track 3. So that's going to be later. Right now, I'm just telling you what I think about the ride. And the whole finale building up to the world of the future, the city of the future, feels very Tomorrowland, very Magic Kingdom, and dare I say, very Epcot. There's so many Easter eggs in this that bear mentioning. The gift shop at the end, though, I will mention, is awful. Not a single piece of Test Track merchandise. It's all just Chevrolet or GM branded merch. There's Test Track specific merch, so if you're looking for some Test Track opening day merch or just some Test Track 3.0 merch, don't worry, they have nothing there. Just walk right through when you're done with the ride. It's a waste of time completely. So, Test Track, presented by General Motors. What are my final thoughts on this attraction? I think, as the title may have led you to believe, that this is a triumph of Imagineering. It's so good. Tron is my most favorite recent attraction at the Disney parks, recent being like, opening post-COVID. I love Tron Light Cycle Run. I love being immersed in that world. The music is amazing, but it's really short. That's a big complaint for a lot of people, but Test Track 3 is right up there now, right alongside Living with the Land, Spaceship Earth, The People Mover, and the Haunted Mansion for me. I dare say it's that good. And if you're ever in town, if you ever find yourself at Epcot, even if the wait time is a little long, hop into that single rider queue because Test Track is a masterpiece. As soon as you get on the ride, I can't make that clear enough. As soon as you get on your car, it's a masterpiece. Before that, the queue, all of that leaves a lot to be desired, and I hope they add some more stuff, maybe change some things around, add some displays that are fun, that are kinetic as the years go by, because this is a sponsored pavilion. They don't have to pay for it. GM foots the bill. But now, after all of that's said and done, I want to ask you, watching this video right now, if you watched the ride through that I put in this video, or someone else's ride through, or if you've been on the ride yourself, what are your thoughts? Do you think it's just a little too weird, or do you think it's a nice return to form for Epcot? It's a really cool throwback to the past, that's what I think, obviously, but what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you'll excuse me, you can judge by the shirt I'm wearing right now. I need to go ride Test Track 3 a couple dozen more times before I can finally say whether or not it's the thrilling version of Spaceship Earth or Living with the Land, because it truly is just a wonderful, wonderful experience. Single rider also, by the way, so I'm only waiting like 10-15 minutes each time. That's a little hack for you. Hey there everybody, thank you for watching this video on Test Track or Test Track 3.0 or New Test Track, whatever you want to call it. I had such a lovely time filming this with my good friend Disney Dan. I'm gonna put a link to his channel obviously here at the end, but it's gonna be in the description and everything like that. Go check him out. He has some wonderful videos. If you liked this video and you want more videos like this, tell Disney to open up more rides, because that's kind of the only way I could do videos like this. But you can subscribe if you want more content from Offhand Disney, and give this video a like if you enjoyed watching it. And of course, as always, the ones who make videos like this possible in the first place, all of my supporters over at patreon.com/offhanddisney. They help it so I can get into the parks, I can ride these rides, I can experience them on sometimes opening day. They're all so wonderful and so kind. If you want to join their ranks and get early access to videos, you can for just $1 a month. The tiers go up from there, so you can pledge more, but if you'd rather not spend any money at all, you absolutely can do that. I don't blame you. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can find me at Offhand Disney, all of my other social media accounts. But everybody, that is where this video comes to an end. Disney, great job. Imagineers, amazing job. Test Track 3.0 is so good. It's so good, and I'm so happy we have it. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in next week's video with the Patreon credits and a bunch of extra stuff talking potentially about Tomorrowland at Disneyland. And I know it may seem tired at this point, but believe me, there's some credible information out there and a credible movie releasing today as of my recording of this that may spell a brand new future, a brand new tomorrow for Tomorrowland. So just stay tuned for that. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you there next week. Goodbye.